I've just been reading some of your guys' scary stories and this one gave me gooseflesh, so I'm going to tell you guys. It's been sent in by Chloe and she lives in a rural town in England. And when she was 16, she got off the bus from college, and as she got off the bus, it was winter time, she noticed a man across the street just wearing a high-vis jacket, just staring. He wasn't staring at her, he wasn't staring at buildings, he wasn't staring at the bus. There was also nothing where he was standing. It wasn't a bus stop, it wasn't a bench. He was just on a path, staring into the abyss. This kind of made Chloe a bit uneasy and a bit unsettled, so she decided to walk quite quickly back home, and she kept on turning around to check where this man was, and then she noticed that he wasn't there anymore. This further unsettled Chloe because she would have seen him walk away. In their surroundings, he couldn't have just gone into a building or gone into a tree line. She would have seen him walk in some direction. She would have seen a car go by. She didn't see anything. This man just disappeared into thin air. By the time Chloe got home, her parents had already gone out. It was Friday night and she was used to just being on her own. So she went upstairs to her bedroom, just chilled out, watched TV, was on her phone, and she heard their utility door open. Now, many houses are like this in the UK. You have your kitchen door that leads to your utility room, and often your utility room will lead to your garage. When she heard the utility room open, she kind of just paused because she knew that someone was coming into the house. She stood at the top of the stairs, waiting to hear anything. She didn't, but then she heard the door hit against one of the cupboards, which confirmed that that door was open and somebody was in the house. It's giving me goosebumps now. Chloe's got balls of steel, especially as a 16-year-old. She slowly creeps down the stairs, but she's got her trusty dog by her side. And she peers round into the kitchen where she can see the utility door, and she sees the door close. Again, Chloe's got balls of steel. She checks every single room in the house. It's all clear. And the dog, no signs of anybody in the house. But the dog did get up when he heard the door open, knowing that it was real. He heard it too. Chloe then decides to spend the rest of the evening downstairs in her living room watching TV, and she says that where she's watching TV, she can't really see the entrance to the living room door. She's kind of got her back towards it. This house reminds me a lot of one of my friend's house, and very weird that we had a very similar experience in her house. As she's watching TV, she's hearing lots of creaks, lots of bumps, but her mum usually says that's just the house settling and the house is just talking to you. So Chloe's kind of ignoring it. But then Chloe hears a whisper right behind her head and something touches her neck. She sits bolt upright and notices her dog staring directly at the door. I wouldn't even want to turn around. She says she then follows her dog's eye line. So she's not turning around, but her dog is facing the door, and the dog is looking at the door and its eyes track to where the window is. Again, our girl Chloe's got balls of steel. She decides to get up, investigate, but it ends up going to the kitchen to do the washing up. And that's when she notices her dog go down the hallway, is sat at his favourite spot at the top of the landing on the stairs, and is growling. She goes to check on her dog, and the scruff of his hair on the back of his neck is standing up and he's growling. She's trying to offer him sweets, she's trying to stroke him, but he's not interested in Chloe. He's just fixated on one spot and he's growling. Everything's adding up a bit too much for Chloe and she's getting a bit scared, but then all of a sudden her dog just snaps out of it. She says her Labrador was very protective and she knows that something was scaring her dog at that point. Very soon after, Chloe's parents returned home and she left the front door locked, so when her parents came home she would unlock the door for them. And as she unlocked the door, she noticed on the driveway a high-vis jacket. The same high-vis jacket that the man she saw staring at the bus stop. She panics and tells her dad everything that's happened that night, and her dad goes, "It's probably mine, I've got one. It's probably flew out the garage." He then takes the high-vis jacket into the garage and goes, "Oh no, my high-vis jacket's already hanging up. I must have two." Silly dad, thinking it's just a coincidence, but Chloe says, no, something was toying with her that night. She doesn't know if it was a ghost, or even scarier, she doesn't know if it was a real person, but every now and then she hears that utility door open. Thank you, Chloe, for sending me in that story. When I was around the same age, I was having a sleepover at my friend's house. Her name was Amy, and she had a very similar layout to your house. And I remember her kitchen door that led to her garage slammed shut one night, and it kept on doing it over and over again, opening and slamming shut. So we locked it with the key. And when we came downstairs in the morning, the key was in the middle of the kitchen floor. We shit ourselves. If you've got a scary story you want to share, you can find my email in my bio, or you can send me a DM.